Thank you for your interest in William Paterson University's K-6 Master of Arts in Teaching program, which is both a Master of Arts in Teaching and teacher certification program. This webinar is intended to provide you information and overview on the program and should answer most questions. So the K-6 MAT program does lead to both teaching licensure as well as a Master of Arts degree in as little as 15 months. The program can be pursued either through student teaching, clinical practice, or through the alternate route, which would allow you to work as a teacher while pursuing licensure. So in terms of what William Paterson offers, we do have several Master of Arts in Teaching programs, including a K-12 subject area program. So if you're looking to be certified in English, mathematics, art, music, social studies, or world languages, you would contact Dr. Thomas Falace, because that's a separate program. The program that this webinar is discussing is the K-6 elementary education program. You can also pursue the middle school subject area if you wanted to add that on to your K-6 elementary license. And also the TSD endorsement can be added on to any of these programs. The TSD endorsement program is a 21 credit program, but the K-6 elementary program does contain 6 credits of coursework that can be applied to the TSD endorsement, so that for an additional 15 credits, you can earn the special education endorsement on top of your elementary license and Master of Arts in Teaching program. So yeah, they all lead to New Jersey teaching certification as well as the degree. And they can be pursued through either clinical practice residency, which you may have heard called student teaching. So it's a 1-year residency, or through the alternate route. And that's an additional 2 credits. It's an additional year of supervision in your role of teacher of record, which is why you see the credit difference here, 33 to 35 credits. If you are pursuing the program through the alternate route, you do an additional year of mentored teaching. So the programs all run as cohorts, 15 months of coursework, and May through the following August. That time period includes the clinical practice for those of you who would be going traditional route. And then there's that additional year of mentor teaching for the alternate route. In terms of eligibility requirements, please note that the application deadline is April 30th. And I've provided here the graduate admissions website address, and you'll see the portal for applying for the program if you choose to do so. The program licensure in New Jersey as an elementary teacher requires an undergraduate degree and with an appropriate major. So the appropriate major will be in liberal arts, or if you have a minimum of 60 credits in liberal arts, even if your degree was in business or some other non-liberal arts area, if you have 60 credits of liberal arts, you would meet the eligibility requirements. And I'd be happy to discuss that with anybody who is not sure. You do need a minimum cumulative GPA of 3.0 or better. If your GPA was 275 to 299, please send me an email and we can take a look at that. I'll talk to you about the possible options. You also need a qualifying score on a basic skills requirement. This can be met through passing scores on the Praxis core tests, or if you meet the qualifying scores on the SAT or ACT. So you will see that within the College of Education departments pages, you'll find certification and licensure department, and then we have a link for Praxis core, which gives you all of those cut scores. You also need to have passing scores on the Praxis 2 for the specific licensure areas. So that would be elementary education, multiple subjects. And then if you're seeking the middle school endorsement, you would need a passing score on that Praxis as well. And you can visit ets.org for the Praxis 2 as well as for the Praxis core. The program runs as a cohort and begins in late May in William Paterson's summer one. During that first summer, you have 9 credits of coursework. The courses run as 3 separate 4-week modules. There's also, the summer courses are delivered remotely in a combination of asynchronous and synchronous. So during the summer, we don't meet on campus, although you will be meeting over Zoom. So there's a time commitment. There's also 50 hours of school-based observations that are required by the New Jersey Department of Education. 20 hours we do through video analysis, and then 30 hours you actually in-person visit a special needs school in the area. And the school-based observations are mandatory. We send you to a specific school and they're required of everybody in this program. You then have 9 credits of coursework in each semester, the fall and the spring. And if you're doing the traditional route, that is accompanied by clinical practice, 3 days of 3 days of internship in a school in the fall, 4 days in the spring. Of course, if you are going alternate route, we observe you in your full-time position as teacher of record. Okay, and then I have written here math, ELA, science, and social studies. In the fall, you take your math and ELA classes, and in the spring, you take your science and social studies classes. And in each of those semesters, you have a seminar to accompany your field work. And then in that final summer session, you have 6 credits of capstone courses. So that's how it becomes 15 months and 33 credits, plus the alternate route students who complete that second year of observation for an additional 2 credits. So in case you're not clear on what the alternate route is, basically, you're able to pursue licensure through the alternate route you're a provisionally licensed teacher, and you can gain standard licensure by first being hired as a teacher of record. So how it goes is you would apply for your certificate of eligibility, and you apply for your certificate of eligibility through the New Jersey DOE website. In order to get your certificate of eligibility, you need the eligibility requirements met that I described earlier: the undergrad degree with the appropriate GPA and appropriate coursework, passing Praxis core or other basic skills test requirements met, and the passing Praxis 2. That all gets submitted to the state. Once you've obtained your CE, you can be hired by a school. So you can seek a job as a full-time teacher of record. The school then enrolls you in the provisional licensure program, which then allows you to pursue full licensure as long as you are also in an alternate route program. And our program serves as an alternate route program. To be provisionally licensed, you do need to fulfill a 50-hour pre-service requirement, which our program does, more than does, in that first summer. And then you complete not only the courses during that first year of the program, but you are also being supervised in your position of teacher of record, and you then participate in a second year of supervision. And all of these experiences lead to your standard license. I hope I've been able to answer most questions and make the program requirements and how the program runs clear. I ask that you read over the FAQ and be sure to hear the information on this video before contacting me. If you have further questions, though, of course, I am available. Thank you.